I I said in a previous video, which I just posted on Facebook, uh, that I'm gonna do a follow up of how I moved to this place and how I found this place and how it was pointed out to me, um, the specific place where I'm gonna stay. Um, it was quite remarkable, and what happened was I was actually living at that side of the road at the previous place. The only reason why I moved away there is because the people at the back property uh, started breeding with dogs there, and my place was right next to the fence, and they were like those dogs were making absolute hell of a noise, such a noise that you can, yeah, it was just unbearable. So I had to move away there. I didn't want to move away there because I like the place, um, but I'm actually even more secluded here, which I like. I like that. But in any case, getting back to the topic, I moved to this area this year. It was about 4 years ago. So the one night I was still working at the previous place, and I came home late. I was on the freeway, actually the freeway here in the back, which you could see. Um, and it was between 12 and 1 in the morning, and I was driving at about a mile or so. It's about nearly 2 kilometers before I would get off at the off ramp. Uh, I suddenly saw this silver light, like look made like a line in the sky, drop down, and at the horizon there was a breach on. I was gonna go underneath the breach on the freeway, and it was a UFO that dropped right down, pointing me to be at that specific off ramp. So I saw that, and I was quite amazed by it. And as it disappeared behind the breach, it just vanished as usual. They do vanishing moves all the time, right in front of your eyes, just disappear. So and then I I sort of forgot about it. And a month later, I had to move out by the place. I was basically, I think I was. It was sort of a divine intervention because I felt like I was thrown out there. I just had to move, and it was the way it happened was just a bit crazy, and so I moved out there, and then I was the one day about 2 months after I moved in at this place across the street from me there. Um, I was standing on my porch, and suddenly it hit me like a ton of bricks. That that UFO pointed out exactly where I was going to be staying. It showed me exactly that, and I was actually surprised I didn't realize it before. Um, but at that time, it basically, and from there on in, quite remarkable things happened there. I'll just continue with that also. Um, there I found myself in a way that I've never thought possible. I found peace about 2 years ago that I didn't even know existed. Um, a peace that, yeah, you hear people talk about it, but uh, you don't really understand it. It's like, yeah, okay, it's peace, but you don't get it until you experience it in such a way that it was bliss. It was, I don't know. There's no words really to describe it. But before that even happened, was I always knew years ago that I always had this memory that I could manifest things out of thin air, and I knew it. So I had such a strong feeling about it, but I tried it a few times, but never manifested anything. Um, and then when I was staying there the one day, I lost two of my crystals, and I couldn't find it. I didn't know where it was. And the one Sunday, I remember, um, I went to work. I was working awkward hours by this place, 15 to 20 hours, 6 to 7 days of a week. Um, so I came home. I came home from work. It was about 1 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. My ritual was always, as I go in by the gate, there's the vortex tree. I stop. I do my meditation there. Doesn't matter what time of day or night it is. I always stop and I do that. And as I, I I took a bucket where they feed the horses with, and I turned it upside down. I was going to sit on it underneath that tree. And as I bent down to sit, and I didn't have any crystals on me that day, nothing. I heard a sound. It's like something fell against this bucket, and I looked down. And as I looked down, between my feet was this crystal which I was looking for. And I know for a fact I didn't have any crystals on me, none whatsoever. Well, needless to say, I was sitting there and I was completely flabbergasted, because it appeared out of nowhere, and I didn't have any clue how I did it. I don't know how it happened. I know that these vortexes and ley lines, there's a ley line running across there. They would always take the photos of the horses across the street here, um, onto the other property where I was staying. There's a ley line running right through there, and I know from what I've read, um, amazing things starts happening sometimes, and it's not because it's supernatural. It's just natural occurrences that we was conveniently left out, to be told by or to be taught by us, because that is magic or evil. That is how it's always portrayed, which isn't the thing. That's not how it is. So that was quite a remarkable experience. Um, yeah, then more recently, I had the incident. The last 2 years, I had three incidents with elementals. I'm just going to tell you about the last incident, which happened about April. Yeah, it was. Yeah, this is another synchronicity. I actually realized it yesterday. I was sending photos to somebody about that elemental that I saw that disappeared right in front of me. It was on the 25th of April, exactly 2 years to the day, 25th of April 2019, where I had that massive experience of finding peace within me, where my parents that passed away appeared there, and their words to me was, "You finally arrived." After I went through the previous job, that I was an absolute. It was a nightmare. You know, when you feel like you want to strangle somebody every day of your life, and you have to deal with that kind of stuff without attacking the person. You know it's not an option. You have to find another way. And it tested me on levels. Yeah, it was crazy. It really tested me. The whole circumstances was, I felt like I was trapped in the situation, but I kept pushing and I kept asking myself, um, what have I got to learn from this? Why am I still here? There's a reason why I'm still here. Please, I need to see it, because I was swearing. I was like, I got so upset some days. And I nearly lost my mind. And some days I really went through a lot of turmoil emotionally and so on, where I felt like this guy was put on earth to to make my life a living hell. And I know it's got nothing to do with him, but at times it felt like he was sent from hell to come and make my life a life hell. So, but I kept on pushing it, until I reached that day, and things just absolutely. It was the most beautiful sunrise that morning I've ever seen. I haven't seen one better than that yet, and I've been taking photos for the last 3 years now. Um, so yeah, if you keep on pushing and don't give up, and always find new ways of doing things, because if something is not working, it means you have to find something else, and you can't make do the same things and expect a different outcome, because that's insanity. So it takes a lot of blood and guts, determination, um, drive that you didn't even know that's in you, to sometimes push you through all these difficult times. And that's something that's needed now for many people. I felt that was my milestone in a certain way in my life, was that time. Um, and I felt I really accomplished something there, which I'm forever grateful for. And I'm grateful for myself to pushing through and not giving up on it. It was at times so tough. Um, and I've gone through a lot of other things in my life also, but I don't want to just bitch and complain. That's not why I made this video. So yeah, that is just a little bit of what happened, and some nice experiences, and just to show you that there is you are being looked after, even though you don't see it often physically. You are surrounded by amazing beings, and yeah, they're looking out for you. Although it feels like torture at times, there's always a reason for it. Find the reason, and the torture will stop. That is the magical thing. Find the reason, the why, and then it will stop. And that you'll find by asking the questions: What have I got to learn from this? What do I need to see? If you don't see it, you keep on asking the question, and you your consciousness expands all the time. So at some point, you got to find the answer. Never ask, why is this happening to me? Because that is more of a victim attitude, as I've said in other videos. So yeah, I wish you a beautiful day, night, wherever you are. Lots of blessings, lots of love from my heart to yours. Bye.